Am I the a-hole for defending a bride who left her husband at the altar? Okay, so boom, me and my husband attended a wedding. It was his kinda cousin/niece's wedding. I'm not sure how to describe the relationship, but they were close growing up. The wedding was a bit unique. There was a brunch before the actual ceremony with bride and groom. Then for an hour the wedding party left to get ready while all the guests were still at brunch. Then the actual ceremony and the real reception was supposed to happen after. I thought everything was normal. At the brunch the couple looked happy and excited and a little nervous maybe. My husband had told me there had been a little drama leading up to wedding because the groom's family insisted that the groom's ex should attend wedding because they have a good relationship. The ex is an EMT and she apparently saved mother-in-law's life once. The bride didn't want the ex to attend but she caved in. At the actual ceremony, as you might have guessed from the title, the bride never showed. After a few minutes of awkward silence with the music playing as we waited for the bride's father came, told everyone she left. Groom was crying, mother-in-law was screaming, it was such a huge mess. At the reception they basically just told people to take to-go boxes of food so it didn't go to waste. Since a lot of family was in town for the wedding, bride's side of the family was hosting a reunion. At the reunion the bride said the reason she left groom at the altar was because at the brunch the ex told her that she slept with the groom and apparently showed the bride a sex tape she made with the groom. Bride was distraught and left because she didn't want to marry a cheater. Groom's side of the family were slandering the bride on every social media platform possible. So the bride's side decided to fire back and they were publicly accusing the groom of cheating on her, and it was just a big shit storm. Groom comes to bride's house to try and clear things up. So the groom didn't actually cheat on the bride. The sex tape was from years and years ago. The groom's appearance just hadn't changed that much, so bride believed the ex when she said it was recent. The ex was just trying to break them up. The ex confessed to it too. To my surprise, instead of everyone being angry at the ex, everyone turned on the bride. Her family was pissed at her for wasting money, being gullible, not letting the groom defend himself first. Everyone was yelling at her. I thought it was crazy, so I spoke up in her defense. I would have believed it too if there was video evidence and the fact that she was practically forced into the ex attending their wedding. Now the whole family is against me and the bride, and it's so awkward and everyone acting cold. My husband is upset because she now feels like if someone accused him of cheating on me I'd just take their word for it, but I feel that's completely unfair. Edit. A few people are saying I should show this post to the bride, but I'm a bit scared she won't react well to me putting her business online because I don't know her that well. But at the same time I feel like she might appreciate that most people are on her side. But also I don't really want her to see my conspiracy theory about how the husband actually cheated on her because there's no actual proof. Should I? Top comments. Commenter 1. The fault lies with the MIL for insisting on the ex coming, and the ex for lying to break them up. MIL was probably behind the lie as well, and got what she wanted, which was for them to split. Commenter 2. Criticizing the bride for reacting to what she believed was evidence of infidelity overlooks the fact that she was misled. Her family and the groom's family should focus on the ex's deceit rather than blaming the bride for the fallout. Commenter 3. Sounds like the groom's family still likes his ex more and wanted her at the wedding for that purpose. Otherwise they wouldn't be acting so stupid and putting the blame all on the bride-to-be. Commenter 4. Not the ass. As you say, sounds logical that the bride could be fooled. And it's bizarre no one's mad at the ex. I guess they would rather the groom have married her. Let this be a warning to you. Sounds like to your husband's family, you will never be family to them. At the first sign of trouble, they'll toss you under the bus with glee. Update. Okay, so my hubby came back to hotel room and I showed him post because he knows I like using Reddit. I mentioned I specific comment to him where one Redditor asked me how are we sure the tape was old and that the groom and ex aren't just covering their affair up by lying and saying it's old. I told my husband and at first he laughed, but he started to think about the whole situation, I guess. While hubby was still at the bride's house trying to help with situation after I left, the environment was getting too much for me, so I went back to hotel. The groom had been groveling to the bride. Even though he was exonerated by ex admitting it was fake, he was still being very apologetic, which threw my husband off a bit. Like even though he maintained he didn't cheat. Instead of husband being angry about being left at the altar and publicly humiliated, he seemed to just want wife to forgive him. I thought this would be normal because groom probably feels horrible about allowing the ex to ruin the day and hurt the wife like that, but my husband said it was unusual behavior for the groom. Apparently the groom is the high horse type and he would never apologize for a mistake that wasn't his. Husband knows the groom better than me, so my husband thinks it's plausible that the groom did cheat by the way he's acting, but he's not gonna bring it up because of how high tensions are and it might just make things worse. I also explained how and why I felt like my husband was being unfair to me by saying he thinks I'd believe anyone who accused him of cheating on me. He apologized and told me he was just stressed out earlier and he feels like we wasted money in this trip and went seeing our kid for days over this wedding that got blown up over a lie. Bride texted me thanking me for defending her. Most of the slandering social media posts were taken down. The ex posted on social media playing victim. Well, not really, but she's posting like heartbreak stuff and those fucking depressed Bart Simpson memes, at her big age. The groom's mother pulled up the bride's house after I left and was threatening to burn the place down, because she was mad the bride humiliated her son over a lie because it was such a huge wedding. He had many co-workers and stuff there. I feel like I'm missing something, but I'm tired and it's been a long day. Top comments. Commenter 1. She was mad the bride humiliated her son over a lie. Commenter 2. Was it an actual tape or a digital recording, as all digital video will have creation metadata? Commenter 3. Honestly, the whole event reads like a modern soap opera with all the wrong kinds of twists. The fact that the ex was even there to begin with is a boundary issue so many seem to be overlooking. As for the groom's mother, it feels like misplaced outrage is her go-to move. Putting the bride in the crosshairs when the groom's past indiscretions come to light is beyond unfair. It's high time people stop treating weddings like a spectator sport where they get to call the shots. The couple should be the ones at the helm, free from manipulative exes and overbearing family members. This was a collision course from the start, built on everyone else's expectations but theirs. Commenter 4. I read that original post and I'm shocked groom's mommy was mad at the bride. Why? She shows up and blames bride, but she is the life the Met ex saved and she was one of the family who wanted ex to be there and ex showed bride the video of groom cheating. Bride needs to tell them to fuck off and groom's mommy should be happy because now Sonny can be with the woman who mommy thinks he should be with.